This is day 2 of week 3. I think we've tensioned up the high lines a fair bit more. Adjusted the prussics were slipping yesterday. So we left all the gear on site and the crews arrived early and rigged up everything really well. So we're just going to get into picking some of the small willow trees around the bottom first, and then we'll start bringing the big tree out a bit at a time. Hopefully we can do some big picks. Yeah, get it on. Yeah, got the excavator here because the stuff comes up really quickly. So we just need to process it ASAP. Mulch is staying on site. Yeah, it should be a good day. Let's go. We've moved site up to this high ground now, so we've got a much better angle for the English reef. It's a much better open site to work in here today. Beautiful winter weather's day. We're just setting up the English reef system here now. Starting off with a good crew here today.
It's gonna be high.
People are asking about setup of our English reef system and the mini yarder and how long it takes. Once the machine's on site, basically it takes about an hour for rig the yarder and to climb the tree and set the anchors and run the lines, then run the trolley lines across. And part of that is organized with your gear, so I just wanted to show you how we organize our gear and some of the boxes that we've decided to go with. This tough built box which all clicks together. Let me show you how it works. So here we've got the comms box. So we've got all our protos here, charging vests and all the radios, and so all these boxes just stuffed together really nicely. So in here we've got the some of the precious hardware like the line scale, the English reeve, donuts and splicing gear as we need it. This is all our DeWalt systems, so we basically go through 3 of these 15 amp batteries a day, and so we've got some fast chargers and some small 9 amp backups. And underneath we got the big dog drill and the little one as well, but the big dog is pretty good. Over here we've got some of the blocks and slings, and then we've got a holder for the GRCS. Underneath here is where the GRCS lives. The whole GRCS lives in there. About half the gear is already set up. We've got our shackles. These are all pintos, swivels, the elevate big pulleys for the tensioning system. This is part of the tensioning system. So the tensioning system, we use the 10mm Armor Plus poly double prussic on that M-rig tensioning system, and the 12mm Spectra Speed, because that's part of the super static system, and then some regular slings. So basically that's it, and all that goes onto here as we're setting up. So we just got the climber in the tree over there now, as you can see, and just about to send the two high lines across. So yeah, that's our setup. What I like to do while the climber's up is to lay out all the lines so that they don't get tangled. I'll show you what we got here. So red is going to be our high line, our top high line. Blue is going to be the second high line, the one that runs through the reed. They've all got splices on the end, so they terminate in the tree. These splices terminate in the tree, and so those are ready to go. Send across. Yellow line, that's the this is the Dyneema 10 mil, and so that's the belly line, and so that runs through the Keanu down to the big block up here through the Keanu, and then it's going to attach to our 14 mil yellow line that runs up through the GRCS. So we'll come back when that's up here and I'll show you the final setup. That's the haul back line or return line, the orange line. So we send that over first. And so you want the red line, high line first?
Yes.
Yep, perfect. Send the orange line over, that's the haul back line or return line. And then the single red high line, and then we'll send the trolley and everything else across on that. And then finally bring the Keanu back and install the big block. Since this line has a splice on it and needs to go through the center of the Keanu, I need to go to the other end of the 100 meters and start running that blue line through the Keanu. So we're just about to send the trolley over. So we've got situated on the top high line there, and we've got the blue high line. And this is the reeve line, so that basically comes up to here. Just take that up, these tails up so they don't foul anything. So we're about to send the trolley over, and so we've got the two high lines, the red high line and the blue high line here. So everything gets sent across like that. And this is the reeve line, so that goes through here, the big block goes on there. The orange line, which Taylor has up in the tree, attaches to this pulley here. And all we got to do is put the haul back line on, which is the green one. Give me a sec. Back line can go on here. This pretzel swivel. We're just taping everything up so the tails don't foul. You don't get anything caught on these. Wrapped around here. The eyes of the bow lines caught on those pins, which happened yesterday. Okay, so I think we're ready to haul on yellow. And the tricky thing is make sure that none of the lines cross over. Yeah, it's really easy for the lines to just wrap around themselves, and then you're constantly sorting out which lines are which. Hey Tay, I'm just checking the blue line's on now. Alright, so I can tension that. Alright, let's just have a look and make sure it's not tangled in yellow or anything else. Yeah, looks good, eh? Alright Dan, I'm going to put that block on the Keanu. Now we're going to tension this yellow line up. Dan, do you want to take up short yellow line on your side as much as possible? Alright, I forgot before we put the big block on, we've got to put the two donuts there, which prevent from smashing into the fancy Keanu. These have been working out alright. I just turned them on the lathe, so they've got a little bit of wear. Looks like it got caught there once or twice, but they seem to do the job. Alright, so we're setting up the high lines. We've got a tensionless knot here. It goes up through double pulley there onto one high line, down to the line scale 3. We'll pre-tension it with 1.5 kilonewtons, 150 kilos. Up there's a little progress capture, but we're just adjusting the two, just tightening it up on the GRCS, and then it'll finish off on the Porter wrap, and then we'll release that progress capture. Okay, so we pre-tensioned it to 1.5. Can you let off on there, please? And we've got the progress capture here. Progress capture it. Yep, wrap it. And then just release this so that it's equalized now. So this is, we're tensioning up the two highlands, the blue and red highlands, and we've got it on a prusik there, and then that's tied off down here, and then goes up through the pulley down here through this pulley, and that'll have the load cell on it facing the winch operator. This is how we tension up the high lines, basically.
So in terms of things over that side, we
So tie this off.
Once the blue block is on to the yellow line in the belly, we need to then
Tie that off,
raise it all the way up.
and then we'll loosen these off,
So the blue
basically.
block is
So that's
tied up against the
locked
yellow,
there.
and
And these are equalized across this blue system here, which is the M rig. So
we will
this load cell is taking basically half of each line, and that gives us the total weight on the reef line, on the high line, sorry. So this is what it looks like finished, basically. These are tight, tension's equalized across this system here. High lines are backed up on here. We might just take a bit of slack out, and you can see high lines go all the way across. Nothing's tangled, nothing's separated. Yellow lines below it. So we're just, what are we finishing off now? I think they're just tying off the end of the reeve line there. And then we've got the pulley here, so then we can let it out and go and pick some stuff. Probably gonna have a climbing line through the middle, like a double rope setup or something like that, but just someone's gonna have to have a high point there at some point.
Yeah.
Alright, can I just have a little 100 kilos on there and basically multiply it by 4 or something like that? Puts the load up here onto the end of this rope, and so it's being held there. So that pulley's seeing twice the load that's being generated. Yeah, because it's basically being held here and held here.
Yeah.
So
The yellow's coming.
oh, there's people here. Oh no! Alright, lunchtime.
It would be funny if she actually sent it and ended up fucking.
Getting wet. We got 2 hours left to go before we get out of here. It's just a light shower though. Barely call this rain, we'll be fine.